Hello everyone, today I'll be clearing the Final Fantasy II series boss battle Emperor. Now for this fight I'll be doing a very specific strategy, which is I'm going to be skipping each threshold every 2 turns so that my team doesn't get hit by the AoE fixed attack. So the first thing I'll be bringing is going to be AI Katy. She's going to be my magic cover tank and also my breaker, since she can do both at the same time. She's geared with some innate draw, so with all these three gear, Mughal plushie, produce jacket and wrap gift, she has 70% innate draw for the single auto attack, and she's built generally with a lot of HP and spirit. Ignacio is going to be my support unit. He's going to be um, buffing my damage dealer's attack and also imbuing them with fire. And also he's here for his 110% fire peril. He's just geared with a lot of spirit and HP so that he can survive the comets. Reberta is going to be my DPS. She's going to be using her Red Vengeance because it has 20% human killer. She's just built purely for damage because she won't be attacked by Emperor at all. Mira is going to be my healer and buffer. She's here because on her turn 1 she can give LB crystals to Ignacio, who needs LB crystals to use his buffs. She's geared with a lot of HP and spirit and also some fire resist. And Warrior of Light Lena is going to be my second healer. She's just here because she can entrust and also she can give fire and general mitigation, which will be dispelled every time I cross the threshold. And I'm not using any neticite, so it's best for Mira to reply back the buff, and Lena will reapply back the fire and general mitigation. And my friend unit is another Reberta, built purely for jump and man-eater. So on his first turn, AI Katy is going to use her break and cover. So I'm going to triple cast the cooldown, which upgrades the break to her magic cover and the break. Mira is going to dual cast her intro for some buffs and also her cooldown, Roaring Crowd, which is gonna give some LB crystals to everyone and also give some fire resist and mitigation. Lena is going to entrust to Ignacio. That way he has, as you can see, he doesn't have enough, so I'm going to entrust Ignacio so that he can cast his attack buff. So this is going to, it's going to cost LB, it's going to boost attack and magic by 180% and also give fire imbue to everyone, which I will need for Reberta. And then I'm going to use his critical stamp so that he can triple cast every turn, and his fire in peril. And now the Rebertas can just use their Red Vengeance. So I forgot to mention that AI Katy is also here because she has bolting sight frames, which I will chain with Mira. So some of them got hit by the auto attacks, but as long as AI Katy gets hit the most, he'll be fine. So now AI Katy will chain with Mira. So I'm going to use her triple cast to her bolting sight frames, reapply back the cover and break. Mira will dual cast her bolting sight frames and interlude. Lena will just heal everyone, or I think it's best for her to do green magic. Yeah, I should just cast green magic for now for the mission. And now the two of them are gonna chain. and Reberta, so I'm gonna land. So that dealt over 80%, so now I'm skipping a threshold, which means Emperor isn't going to attack this time. And now Ignacio is going to just reapply back the Imperial, his triple cast, and also some regen. So now everyone's gonna get dispelled, which is fine because I'll be replying back the imbue and attack buff every turn anyway. So now I guess AI Katy can just do the same actions. Ignacio will use his attack buff and imbue to his triple cast and fire imperil. Sorry about that, got a bit of a lag. Mira is going to cast her main verse, and I guess it's a good time to apply her re-raise. No, not everyone. I think I would put re-raise on Ignacio because he's the squishiest. Lena is going to apply the fire resist and general mitigation. Wait, I forgot which one actually gave. Oh, it's the Guardian of Tycoon. So yeah, she's just going to dual cast her fire resist and Guardian of Tycoon, which gave some general mitigation. And the Reberta will just use their Red Vengeance again. And hopefully their comrades won't hit the same units twice. I think only AI Katy can survive. Now to cast. I think Mira can just cast intro to her outro so she can has a decent defense buff after this. Oh wait, sorry, I forgot. She's supposed to be chaining. So I'm going to cast. I think I'll just cast intro because they're gonna be dispelled the next turn anyway. Sorry, the bolting strike frames chain to intro and chain with AI Katy. So now I've just crossed the 50% threshold. So now it's going to skip this turn too using Dispelga. Ignacio will just use his triple cast, reapply back the Imperil, and I guess he can get some MP back. Lena's going to give him some MP regen. Right, so Katy can just do the same again. Ignacio is going to triple cast back the. You can see the repetition going on. So every first turn, Ignacio is going to imbue the Rebertas. I guess I could use his Flame Blast to give fire resist to everyone so that Lena doesn't have to, and then his triple cast. And now the Rebertas can just but before that, I think it's best if I use everyone else's abilities first. So Mira is going to cast her Interlude to her live concert that gives a AoE re-raise, yeah. Because I believe that this is one of the riskier turns after 50% threshold, so it's best if everyone has some form of re-raise. And now Mira will give the. She's going to give stop resist. I was lucky that Emperor didn't actually cast stop to Katy Perry since she's not immune. So I'm just going to boost stop resist for Katy Perry or anyone else, and then I'm going to give the general mitigation. Right, then I can do their jumps. So it's a good thing that I cast a re-raise on everyone. Hopefully he doesn't hit Lena again. Okay, that's great. Okay, now AI Katy and Mira is going to chain again. But before that, let me see here. Right, so Mira can just use her Pulsar frames to chain, and a heal. I'm going to use her main verse in the next turn. Oh no, I messed up a chain. Right, okay, we're back. Let's do that correctly this time. Okay, Mira is going to chain with AI Katy, so I'm going to use fighting with. I guess I can give some MP back to Ignacio. Okay, next he is going to reapply back in peril, a triple cast, and get some MP. Now they're gonna chain. So now that's below the 30% threshold. Lena can just I guess she can just give back some MP. Right, next, same thing. Katy Perry is gonna do the same thing. Ignacio will just triple cast the attack and fire imbue. triple cast and reapply back the Imperil. Mira is going to cast her main verse and her cooldown. Next, I'm going to cast the Stop Resist to everyone. And I'm going to apply Re-Raise. Oh, I don't think she has Re-Raise. Well, to herself. And the Rebertas can just jump like normal. Hopefully he doesn't attack Lena. Okay, and now we're safe. Okay, now Mira can just chain with Katy again. I believe it's best if Ignacio can just dispel. I think he has a dispel. Yeah, here it is. Dispel, reapply back the Imperil and triple cast. And now I can just deal damage like normal. So now that I've crossed the 10% threshold, he's going to use the spell twice, and after that he's just going to use a bunch of fire attacks, so which is going to be safe for us. I guess Mira can just fill up everyone's LB and MP. And I have to remember that I have to kill Emperor with a limit burst, which I'm going to use Ignacio for. Right now Ignacio has to dispel the revive that it placed himself, so I'm going to cast the imbue. I'm going to dispel and reapply back the fire imperil. And the Rebertas can just jump. Katy Perry will just do what she does. Mira will cast her intro to her barrier, I guess. And Lena will put up the fire resist and stop resist. I mean, just in case. I know that he only does this fire attacks for the next turn, but it's just a precaution. So now I need to dispel that, which I can't use Ignacio for. So I'm just going to use Mira to chain with Katy Perry. So fighting, and then I'm going to entrust to Ignacio. Oh, and never mind, he has his LB, so that's good. Mira. Mira is going to dispel that. We lost the fire in peril, but it's a good thing that Mira actually has one of her own. So I'm going to dual cast the chain to her piercing voice, which imperils fire. I'm going to start chaining. Ignacio is going to cast his LB. And the Rebertas will jump, and that will give us all of the missions. Losing magic, Relimbers, and I beat it in 25 turns. And that's the fight. I'm sorry that I've posted a bit late. I was a bit busy for the past week, so now that I have time on my hands, I decided to record this run, and hopefully you guys like that Reberta clear, which I always use Dragoons for. And I'll see you guys in next trial. I believe the next one should be the Moose trial, which I'm going to be using Sid, and I'm really looking forward to being able using Sid, since I never really used it on the Japanese side. And that's the fight.